Hey everyone, Michael here. Today I wanted to give you guys a quick update about what's about to happen tomorrow as far as these rate hikes are concerned. We all know the banking system is kind of in a mild crisis right now. It's really been helped up by the Fed, the FDIC, the government kind of coming together and giving them a whole bunch of money. But there has been a problem with all that money. Over the past few days, you guys know that over $165 billion have been loaned out to the banks, adding more money to the market, thereby in the long term actually increasing inflation here, okay? So here's what the Fed is going to have to decide tomorrow, and they've probably already made their decision, to be frank. Are we going to raise interest rates, maybe making the banks worse off, in fact, probably making the banks worse off, but also getting inflation to continue to come down? Or are we going to stop raising rates temporarily or for the long term here and help the banks out, but at the same time let inflation continue to creep back up? And if inflation's going up, guys, that's not going to be a good sign for the average day-to-day person out there, because even if the banks go bust, the majority of Americans out there really don't have over $250,000 in each bank account, all right? Now, at this point in time, I really do believe he's just going to go by a 25 basis point increase, and then he'll probably try to pause over the next few months as we kind of figure out how bad this debacle is. But because they put so much fresh money into the economy, hundreds of billions of dollars, and we saw that Credit Suisse over in Europe has just been bought in, Silicon Valley Bank, the banks over here now are a little bit better off after the fall of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and Silvergate banks. Things seem to be settling down a little bit. I think if he does by 25 basis points, the market won't like it, but inflation will continue to come down and the banks will still be alive. If he gives up on rate hikes for this year, I think inflation will start to go back up towards the third, fourth quarter of this year. And on top of that, here's what else is going to be a little bit more of a predicament for us. You guys know that he thought about saying a pause. You guys might have heard this on Fox Business, CNBC. Let's pause for a little bit. The market doesn't even understand what a pause means. Jerome Powell talked to dovish list for 1 month, and that was in January, and then we just like soared to the heavens. All right, the market desperately wants to go up, and I think we all want it to go up too, but we don't want it to go up just to go into a horrible recession where we have to raise rates again, and we're going to be stuck in this drought of just nasty economic conditions for the majority of people out there while we wait for him to figure this out. So if you guys hear something tomorrow that he says, hey, we're not raising rates, but he tries to act all tough and say, hey, we're pausing, the market is still going to boom. You will most likely see Bitcoin soaring up to $30,000, and that is no joke. And on top of that, you're probably going to see all Apples, the Googles, everything at AMDs, all of those stocks at those levels of resistance also break out for some really nice gains. However, they'll be short-lived because in the future, we are going to have to battle inflation once again, and that is going to lead to some really bad economic conditions. The American economy is built to go up and down temporarily, then up. If we have to stay stagnated for an extended period of time because inflation is out of control, that's where it's very hard to make money in a bull market or a bear market, regardless if you're trading Bitcoin or any other assets out there. We don't want to have this sideways action where we're going to have a terrible economy while we fight inflation. We need to get this over with fast, which is why, again, I think we're going to be doing a 25 basis point rate hike tomorrow. Let's see if I'm right. I hope I'm right. But if he stops, to me, it's a signal to buy, but it's also a signal that the American economy down the road is going to get much, much worse than it ought to have been because the Fed, because of its own mistakes in the past, remember, transitory, has led to a much worse result for the rest of us Americans, okay? Have a great day, and I will see you guys later on tonight. Thanks.